Hello and welcome back to a Sims 4 speed build, and in this video I'm going to be building a lot called the old town alleys, that's what it's called, and this is actually a collaboration with ColourfulSims. She's here on YouTube. I'll put her channel in the description below. And yeah, this is like a retail lot, so she's doing she's doing half the lot and I'm doing the other half of the lot, and it's all like a kind of shopping district thing. And yeah, I highly recommend you check out her half of it. I'm not going to be showing it off in the showcase, obviously, because that's for you to go over to her channel and find out about. But yeah, I'm very happy how this came out in the end. And I really like what she's done with it as well. I really recommend you check it out. And I just sort of talk about her a little bit. So yeah, ColourfulSims. Her name's like Dana. Her name's Dana, and she does lots of really cool Let's Plays. I watch a lot of them. Like, her City Living Let's Play is really good. She just ended it recently, but oh my god, it was so good. And she's also doing a vampires Let's Play called Perfect Bites, and it's really good. Like, it's all really good. I need to catch up on that one a little bit though. But it's all really good because she does like a lot of machinimas, and there's lots of drama and lots of things happening, so that's really cool. And also, just her builds are really good. This is part of, I think this is part of her I think it's like Build Windenburg or Rebuild Windenburg series that she's doing. So I thought, when I suggested doing a collab, I was like, oh yeah, we can do this for thing. Yeah, so that's cool. But yeah, I really like. Honestly, I love her videos. I highly recommend you go and check them out because seriously, they're really good. And yeah, I don't know. I just thought everyone to reach out to do a collab with me because I really love her builds like this. So they're just those like really detailed builds that have like a lot of detail on them, and I like them. I'm really been loving those kind of builds right now lately. You'll probably be bombarded with lots of builds soon because I've got this build lined up, and I've also got my recreation of the Tides Changing mint chip house. Is that what it's called? Yeah, mint chocolate chip ranch house that she made in Sims 3, and I recreated that in Sims 4, which I'm actually really proud of because I think it came out really well. It's like one of my favourite builds by her in The Sims 3, so I just thought I'd do that. But yeah, that'll be coming up soon enough. I don't really know exactly when. It'll probably be probably like next week, not too long after this build goes up. Really, I say that now, but it probably will be because there's always a fly through at the end, which I'm kind of debating on how long I should make it and what I should do with it. But anyway, that's a different video. This is I haven't actually done the showcase at the end of this video yet, but over here, as you can see, I was trying to do the octagonal roof thing, and for some reason it wasn't working, which is kind of frustrating. I don't know whether I can't just add like an octagonal roof. Like, I'm sure it isn't that difficult. Like, actually, it probably is though, because like already there's lots of issues with them overlapping. As you can see, I couldn't actually overlap some of the roofs because it just wasn't letting me do that. So, oh well. But yeah, I don't know. I really wanted to build more bigger and like just all smaller, just general more detailed builds lately, so I'll probably be doing a lot of that. I don't know. Leave some suggestions in the comments below of like builds you'd like to see me do. I don't care how generic it is. It's just like suburban house, but like give me like a budget, or like if you want to do something like that, just like give me a budget on what you'd like it to be like. So like you could do something like, I'll build a suburban house for 40k or something like that. I love doing I really love doing budgeted homes. I don't know why. I just really enjoy that because it's such a challenge, and I feel very, I don't really know how I feel, but I just enjoy them very much. So yeah, suggest any of those to me. But yeah, I'd really like to see them. I'd really like to see them. Also follow me on Twitter because that's where you get lots of updates. Like I do a lot of polls as to what builds you'd like me to see me do and stuff, and what I should do on an NLP and stuff. So I'd recommend following me on Twitter. It's just @SwiftlySimmer. Same thing here. And I also post like pictures of builds I'm about to upload, so that's cool. But yeah, I've got a few story times I should probably get into because we've got about 35 minutes. I've already spoken about I've got like a list here, but as you may know, a while ago I think this was at the end of May / beginning of June, so we're now at the end of June. Well, I'm recording this at the end of June. When it comes up, it's probably July or something like that. But yeah, although I won't have any time to upload on Saturday, but I'll do on Sunday. But anyway, so I went on this cycle trip to Paris. Yes, I cycled to Paris. Okay, let's just take that in for a second. I cycled all those Paris. I mean, that sounds really big-headed of me, but it was just a lot of pain. It was a lot. On one of the days we had to do 60 miles. Like, that's 10 miles. That's a bit dumb, but it's just a lot of miles. a lot. Like really, it's so many miles, and it just took us so long, and it was just so tiring. In total, I think we cycled for about 4 days in total, for 4 days, yeah. And I worked out that I did about 180 miles. That's like nearly 200. That's, oh my god, in 4 days. That's pretty good. That's like, I'm very proud of myself for doing that, because that's like, what, how many a day? That's like 45. That's about 45 miles a day. But obviously it wasn't like that, because on the first day we did like 30, and then it was 60, and then it was another 240, I think, something like that. Yeah, something along those lines. I'm not too sure. I think all I know how to do is I did 50 again. Anyway, so the biggest thing that the most disastrous thing happened. So basically, I'm in London, so we had to take. Oh, sorry, that's a weird sneeze thing. We had to take a train from London Bridge all the way to Brighton, and then cycle from Brighton to New Haven, and then take the boat over, because that's kind of how it works. That's where you take the boat over to, I think it's Dieppe or somewhere. This probably means nothing to you, but anyway, that's what we did. So on the train to London Brighton, we got there quite early, so it was fairly empty. So me and my friend, we just got our bikes on, and we just lent them against the door, because we just thought, oh, it's not really that busy. Then people will come crowding on, and it's just like, whoa, we're squashed right up against our bikes. And then it was quite funny, actually, because at one point, you know, everyone was like being kind of quite communal. Everything. At one point, I tried to fill my empty Frappuccino cup in a bin, and the bin lid was like really stiff, so I put it in, and then the bin just flipped it out again and onto the floor. That was really embarrassing. Everyone started laughing. It was quite nice. This is where things went badly. So we got to East Croydon, and I don't know if you're from the UK at all. East Croydon isn't particularly ever known as a particularly nice area. Just gonna put that out there. Like, I'm not saying if you're from East Croydon, please don't get offended. Like, it just generally, people portray it as quite a dodgy area where you're gonna get stabbed. But I mean, I don't know. My brother's like, anyway, it's just not the best of areas. Like, it's no sort of Oxford Circus. Well, obviously, no, it's like that, but like, you know, it's not sort of a very. It isn't. I don't know how to say this without being rude. I hope no one's from East Croydon. If you're from East Croydon, please don't take this personally, because this is just what a person living in London, who doesn't really live in that like great of an area either, hears. This is what I hear from people, but apparently it's not a very good area. So the train stopped there, and me and my friends, because we were with our bikes on the train, so we're standing with our bikes, and we thought, even though, this is probably my fault really, but like, there wasn't very much we could do, because our bikes are blocking the entire door, and that's the side of the platform, so we're just like, okay, we'll get off, and we'll let people off. You know where this is going. So we got off to let people get off, and we're going to get back on again, but as we got off, people came off, people crowded on, and we couldn't get our bikes back on, and we couldn't get on the train, and the train left without us, and our parents were on that train, and our family was on that train, and the train just left without us, and we were stuck at East Croydon on the platform, and we were panicking. It was really funny, because basically, the trains had really messed up that day, because we had that train that I was on, it got the original one we were going to go on was cancelled, so the train we were actually on was a later train. And then after that train, because we were on the platform panicking, and we were just thinking, oh my god, what are we going to do? And I looked up and I thought, the next train is coming, okay, in like 15 minutes, we have 15 minutes to sort this all out. And then I looked again, the next train after that was cancelled. So obviously there's going to be lots of, like, people couldn't get on, some other people couldn't get on that train because it's so busy. Like, it was that busy. It was like, the train went to Hyde Park and there were just so many people and you just couldn't move. You can't move, you cannot move. It was so busy. There's nowhere I could fit. There's nowhere I could possibly fit like 2 bikes on there, let alone one bike, let alone 2. Like, no way, not at all. So we were panicking, because obviously if we didn't go on the next train, if that one was busy as well, and people crammed onto that one and there's no room on that, we were going to have to wait forever, and we might miss our ferry, because we need to get to New Haven in time to get there. I mean, New Haven is very nice anyway, but anyway, so we were stuck in East Croydon, and literally, I was panicking so much. My friend, bless her, oh, this was so funny. She was just like, she was crying and laughing, and she was the most hysterical mess I've ever seen her. She was like, oh my god, we got stuck on the train, oh my god. It's like this laughing and crying, and I was panicking. I called my mum right away. I was like, get off the next stop. And I was like, well, that's a bad idea. Don't wait. So then eventually, Oh, it's so funny. I shouted at my friend as well because she was so lost. She was just sort of standing around, and I was like, I'm trying to get staff and like stay together as a group. And I'm like, come on, hurry up, come on, just get. And I was like shouting at. I'm sorry if she's watching. You probably won't be, but oh, it was so funny. It was so funny, but it was so scary as well. So we went to some man, and he was just so confused. I'm like, hi. So basically, I was like everything, and then he was like, okay, just go to the kiosk at the end of the station. There'll be a management team there. They can help you on the train. So I went over there and I explained everything. And the first thing the man said was just like this, obviously he said it. He was just like, I was like, okay, breathe in and out, and I'm like. And I was relaxed. I was a little bit more relaxed, and I was a little bit panicky, but I was a bit more relaxed. So thanks to that man. And honestly, that man was great. Okay, I just wanted to say thank you so much because I was hysterical. I wasn't crying, but I was just really stressed out because it was just stressful. And anyway, I was very nervous. So I was just a bit stressed and very, oh my god, help. So he helped us. Eventually, luckily, the next train wasn't busy at all, and he directed us to the carriage where there's lots of disabled space. It's okay, we weren't taking like a disabled person spot. There was like, we put our bikes near where the toilets were, where they're like fold up chairs, and there was some other places for disabled people, and no one was sitting there anyway, so it's okay. Okay, so we were standing there, and then we managed to get to Brighton in time. So all was well. It was honestly, it was a bit weird though, because like on our trip there, because like, we ended up waiting at the station for like a good half an hour to 40 minutes after that, because I think someone had fainted on the platform. I think, I'm not too sure. It was really worrying. Anyway, but that's that. So yeah, it was just a lot of stress. I mean, but we got on the train, and it was a lot more space this time. Although I think someone started smoking weed on the train. Like I could just smell it. It was a bit weird. Like I'm like, oh, why? I mean, I've been commuting to work quite a lot recently because I haven't got a job, but like I'm doing a work experience. But yeah, I've been commuting in central London quite a lot, and it's really funny. I feel like a proper commuter. I know it's mainly I might say that from time to time, but I swear people are like smoking weed on the train all the time. It's really weird. I think it might have been like weird sense of smell though, because the other day, like yesterday, I was at I went to a shop and I had a milkshake, and I swear something in the milkshake tastes like pork. I'm like, why is pork in this milkshake? Do I want to eat pork with my strawberry milkshake? Not really, but okay. Anyway, so yeah, that was but eventually we were on the train. We got to Brighton. It's really funny because you just thought there were so many walk-ins to the toilet. People don't know how to use the toilets. It's really annoying, but it was a bit complicated because there's basically some weird. You could close the door, but the door wouldn't lock. So you close the door, and then you have to press another button to lock. But people didn't realise that. So many people came in, pressed a button to open the door. Someone was sitting on the toilet, and they're like, ah! And they just pressed the button to shut it. It was so funny and really awkward at the same time. But yeah. By the way, here I'm just putting in some other flowers inside of these flower pots to make them look a bit special. I don't really know. I actually don't know if any of these items are set for sale. I should probably look into that. But anyway, so if not, I will try and do that for everyone and upload it to the gallery, just so it's, yeah. But anyway, so we got to Brighton eventually, and that was fine. Reunited with our parents. Our parents found it hilarious. Thanks, parents. You guys are great. Okay, me and my friend were like, my friend was crying in hysterics, and they're laughing at us. Thank you guys. I'm joking. I love our parents, but although my dad was somewhere else. But anyway, let me cycle to New Haven. It was all okay. And then like it was fine. We got to it stayed overnight. It was really nice. Everything was the ferry journey on the way there was so hot. It was like a 4-hour journey, and it was so hot on the ferry. And I was like, oh my god, I was sweating so much. I think it was so hot at that time. I was up in like France. But anyway, after that, we went to. So we cycled for 30 miles. That was fine on the first day. First proper full day, cycled for 30 miles straight. That was absolutely fine because it was all off-road, all of it. All of it was like, it was on this like designated cycle lane / walkway. So we just cycled there for ages, and it was really fun. I actually vlogged the entire thing, not for YouTube, not to YouTube, but just for family purposes, so I can show it to my friends and family. Yeah, that was really nice. That was so relaxing. 30 miles. It was so easy, and it was mostly flat as well. The following day, 60 miles. Hell. Literally, no. It was terror. Like, that was really bad. I thought, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it was pretty bad. Like, I thought people were physically not going to be able to make it, because 60 miles is a lot. That's like, oh no, I think that's roughly like the journey from London to Brighton, which, like, if I cycled there. Yeah, by the way, whilst there's in East Croydon, one other thing that literally came into my mind is like, if we're not getting on the next train, I'm going to cycle from here to Brighton. We can do this. Oh, and my friend was just like, you're thinking, we're not going to do that, that's just stupid, why would we do that? And I'm like, we're going to do it. Anyway, but we didn't do that, luckily. But anyway, basically, we cycled 60 miles, it was okay. I managed to make it. I was very tired. The worst thing about the thing about cycling, it's not even my legs that get tired, it's my bum, because you're sitting on this weirdly shaped saddle, and it's just kind of annoying. And it's just like, I don't know, it just kind of, ugh. Anyway, it just felt kind of, it just, when you sit on that for a very long time, it just creates pain. That's what it does to you. But anyway, yeah, that was the biggest problem. I think there was so much where I was just like, oh my god. And there's a massive hill we had to go up. And it was so big, and I was like, oh my god. But I look at it, I was playing music, which helped me, and also at some point my dad got us lost. So that added an extra 10 miles to the journey. So it was originally going to be like 50, because I think the original journey was 60, then we found a shorter one that was about 50. And then that diversion added another 10, so 60 in the end. But whatever, I lived. Then we stayed over in this really big house, which was really nice. It was so good. It was just nice to catch up with everyone again, because one of the people here was like this kind of friend who I hadn't really spoken to in a while. I think I spoke about that in my last Let's Play part, perhaps? Yeah, I think, yeah, last Let's Play part. My main game Let's Play. Not the City Living one, but, yeah. That was, yeah, it was one of those guys, and they were like, and I just got kind of reconciled with him. It was really, really nice. Just as I speak to these people again. But, anyway, I was, well, then, yeah, the house was really, really nice. It got a bit dull on the second day because we didn't actually go anywhere, we just sort of stayed there. I think in future I'd just cycle on, but I'd prefer to, like, go on and have an extra day in Paris. But anyway, we stayed there, and we also figured out that the same key to the attic and the loft, which I feel like we probably were meant to go to, was the same key that was used to lock the bathroom. So we just took that key, and me and my friends sort of explored the attic and, yeah, wait, no, not attic, basement, that's it, basement and the attic, or loft, whatever you want to call it. And it was quite cool actually, just having a look in there, but it was really creepy as well, so yeah, not gonna do that. I also did yeah, anyway, so that was nice. And then we cycled we just cycled a bunch, and we stayed at this B&B. At this point, one of our friends had gone on ahead with his family, because they were staying in Paris for an extra day, so they had to go there early, and we were like staying in this really nice B&B, literally on the outskirts of Paris, and it was just so relaxing, because at that point I was like, oh my god, we're almost done. And then, and I just really liked that, really. You know, that was really fun. I think that was probably one of my favourite days, actually, now that I think about it. But anyway, we cycled on the following day all the way to Paris, and that's where hell sort of broke loose, because in Paris, cycling in Paris, it was just the worst thing. We cycled through what I would personally categorise as what would be the sort of Canary Wharf of Paris. If you don't know what Canary Wharf is, it's like an area with lots of skyscrapers and work buildings in London, and I think it's like far east London, quite east, but something like that. I'm not too sure. I don't really know my geography very well. But anyway, by the way, every time I'm doing like little displays in the window, I hope you like them, because it's like I'm using things from City Living, that's the drop down background things. But anyway, we cycled all the way there, and like cycling to us, because one of my friend's dad didn't really like cycling in Paris, so I mean cycling in traffic and stuff, so he was so stressed. At one point we were cycling on a very busy road, and it was actually okay for me. It was a little bit stressful because we were going downhill and I was going quite fast, but I always like use my brakes quite a lot. If you're cycling down a really steep hill, always use your brakes gradually, like bits at a time, very slightly, and it'll slow you down a lot. Pro tip, you should probably know that, people probably know that, but anyway, I just thought I'd point that out. I don't know why. But yeah, so we were cycling down that hill, and it was just very, very stressful on the bottom of the hill, and I think he ended up walking down the hill, or I think he said, I don't know. By that point we were separated, and then, lo and behold, lo and behold, at that point, I'd probably gone almost the entire 180 miles. We didn't have much to go. Going over this bridge, everyone turns onto the pavement. I didn't realise we're turning on the pavement, so I'm like, oh, we're turning on the pavement. I turn, too late, hit the curb, and my bicycle's just skidding, and I fall right sideways on my knee, and I still have a massive scab on my knee. Even like this happened like a month ago, and I have this really big scab on my knee, and I feel like it's gonna scar. And I don't want to have a scar on my knee, but oh well. And it just really disgusting. It was a lot of blood, and I was crying. I was just really upset. I was like, why? Oh my god! It was just a lot of pain. And then I had to go to my dad. My dad I feel so bad, but it was just like my dad started lecturing me on how I should be cycling because I fell off, and I just literally like walked away from it, and I was like, not today. I was so annoyed. I was like, nope. Not going there. But he didn't yell at me. He understood. Thank God. That was so funny though. I was like, I'm sorry about that. And he's like, yeah, it's okay. And then no, my brother was there, and he was like, yeah, he has a habit of doing that. Yeah. Anyway, it was just, I don't know. That was quite funny. But anyway, we continued on. We cycled down this very long lane. It's a really long road, and it's had lots of prostitutes by the side of it. It was actually quite sad. Like, me and my sister-in-law was just quite commenting on it. It's like, oh, I just find it really, really sad that they were like in a situation. And one of them was getting interviewed by the police, and that was quite awkward. And like literally, my friends. So no, I'm not even gonna go there. But it's just anyway. It was a bit strange. And then it got really bad because we were actually in Paris. Oh, it was so bad. So we were cycling in Paris, like in like central. Like imagine cycling in like I don't know, Times Square in New York City, or Oxford Circus in London. That's the sort of area I'm talking about. Very, very busy. That's how busy it was. Like the Champs-Elysees, we cycled just through there, but that was hell enough anyway. And I was so stressed out, and it was just a lot. And the taxi drivers hate me. Taxi drivers hate cyclists, and just like, oh, this is one of them. I was cycling across, and this one tried to turn into me as I'm cycling. I'm like, are you blind? Can you not see me cycling onwards? Oh my god! But the worst one was that my sister-in-law was waiting at a red light. A taxi driver came up behind her, and you know these things called panniers. They're these really big bags, like usually red or something, that you have on the side of the bicycle at the back. She had that on her bag, and the taxi driver had the nerve to start driving into her pannier, her bag, and pushing her bicycle forward. And she was like, "What?" And I started like shouting at him, and then my dad was like, "Oh, what's happening? Is he out of line?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And this is so funny. This is such a thing my dad would do. My dad came up to the taxi, banged on the window, and he started shouting, like, don't do that, stop it, like in English, even though we're in France. But I think the guy understood English anyway, and it was so funny. These two guys in this car in front of us are laughing their heads off. I just smiled at them. It was so funny. But like that taxi driver deserved it. Seriously, like it's a red light as well, mate. Seriously, just wait, okay? You're a taxi driver. You should know this. Oh my god, so annoying. But anyway, it was really nice. You know, and to get a little bit stressed out. I think everyone was a little bit stressed out. But I saw the Eiffel Tower at night, which was really, really nice to see the Eiffel Tower at night. That was just really, really nice because it was just so aesthetic, you know, and it was really relaxing at that point. And it was just so nice to go out there, you know. And I got some really nice photos and this really nice video of this guy playing. I don't know what song's called. That's not it. That's something else. What is that song? That's something Over the Rainbow. I'm singing something. No, it was like. Was it that song actually? No, it was something else. I don't know. It was some French song anyway. And also at that point, as he's playing it in the background, the Eiffel Tower started lighting up. Like it just had lots of lights on it. I was like, that's so pretty. I would never go up the Eiffel Tower. I would cry. So that's kind of random, but it's so true. I hate heights. I never really realized how big the Eiffel Tower was until I saw it. I was like, whoa, that's massive. But yeah, it was very big. But anyway, I had a really good time there, so that was really nice. And when I came home, I had to admit I was a little bit relieved. And then I had school. Literally the following day, as I came home, I had school, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. And I had some exams. I'm so glad school's almost over for me. You Americans don't know how lucky you are. You're already off, and you have like 3 months of some holiday. But then at the same time, I don't think I would want 3 months of like that amount of time of summer holiday, because it seems really ridiculous. Like, it's just a lot to really it's a lot, and you forget a lot of stuff, which is why I actually prefer how we do it in Britain, because the way, I don't mean like we're so much better than you because we do it this way and you do it that way. Oh no, I mean like in the sense that in Britain what we do, we have like, I think in total we have 6 holidays throughout the year, and each of them is at least a week long. So we'll come back and we'll start the year at the beginning of September, late October, like at the end of October / beginning of November, we have a half-term holiday that's a week long. Then at the end of December, we have a 2-week Christmas holiday, which covers Christmas and New Year. Then around mid-February, we have a week holiday called another half-term holiday. Then we have a 2-week holiday at the beginning / middle of April, and I think the end of March as well. A 2-week holiday called Easter holiday. That's when you celebrate Easter and everything. And obviously also if you celebrate Eid in our school, you're allowed to take that time off for that day. But yeah, and then we have another week off at the end of May, half-term holiday, and then we have 6 weeks from the end of July all through August to the first few days of September, and that's our summer holiday. And that's actually enough, to be honest, because if I had that long of a holiday, I would get so bored. And it's just quite nice because you have to look forward like every 6, because each half term is 6 weeks long, so after the next 6 weeks you can have a holiday. It works really well, I think, for me mentally, personally. I mean, to each their own. Like, it's quite subjective. I don't know, tell me what it's like in your country if you wanna. That's a good discussion topic. What's it like in your country? I assume most of you are probably American, but yeah, what the holidays are like in your country, and which way and if you prefer it that way or not. But I'd be interested to know. Coughing. Anyway. Yeah, I just don't know. I'm really proud of this build. I really like what Dana's done to it, and it just looks really, really good. She's done like a kind of, what's it? She did like a clothes shop. For some reason the mannequins have like got no clothes. I don't really understand that, but anyway, I think that might just be an issue with me not having some creative sim items. Maybe, I don't really know. But anyway, that happened. Because I don't actually have fitness stuff yet. I'm gonna talk about fitness stuff. To be honest, I'm gonna get it like definitely now. I've decided I am, but I'm just kind of with fitness stuff because I'm just like, I do kind of wish they'd given us more common fitness rated things. Like, I don't know, maybe not football, because that would be quite difficult to program. To be fair, football would be quite difficult to program in the game because like they've never really had a full-on game like system, like a sporting game system in the Sims. It'd be really nice if they could try to do that, but I can understand if they can't because it is quite difficult. But by the way, I really like this toy shop. Most toy shops make look really generic and just weird, but this one looks like, I think this one looks quite realistic as a toy shop, so I'm quite happy with it. But yeah, anyway, so I just thought I'd yeah, fitness stuff. I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna wait until I have a bit more money because I have no money at the moment. I'm quite busy lately, so I haven't been able to have much money. But I keep coughing. Oh my god, it's so annoying. It does have nice items. I'll give it that. I just don't think I'm really going to use much of those items because I'm more of a traditional builder, like a more contemporary traditional builder than like a super like modern, fancy looking stuff, which is most of what fitness stuff is. And I'm just like, I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of air to me. I don't really see climbing ever really being a big thing. Bowling is different for me because bowling's actually something which I think is quite a common activity and I quite like having in The Sims. I do think now in hindsight it would have been good if they put that in a different pack, but I do think I just think they're kind of adding random things now. Like, I don't know, with luxury patios, hot tubs, everyone wanted hot tubs. You know, I mean not perfect patio, backyard stuff. That's got nice things, like a bird feeder. What's the main thing in that again? I actually forgot what the main feature of that was. It had the wind chimes, the bird feeder, and the jug of thing. I don't know. Oh, there's a big slide. Yeah, I kind of get that, but I think the fact that they're genuinely focusing the packs around bowling and, like, a climbing wall. Like, I don't know. There are better things you can put in stuff pack. I'm gonna put some now. Like, okay, let's just think. So imagine having a stuff pack that had obviously things that are like with fitness, like a cycling machine. I would love a cycling machine because I always use a cycling machine. I have one at home and I use it all the time. I love a musical stuff pack. That'd be good. Like, imagine one where they have like different instruments perhaps, and that could like, even if just one other instrument, like I'd love to have like a drum kit. A drum kit would be cool, and you have like more electric guitars and maybe electric violin perhaps, and also maybe like I'd really love like a grand piano, but not like the size of the keyboard in the game, because that's what I have basically at home. And just generally other instruments, like maybe a cello would be cool, or clarinet. A wind instrument. We have no wind instruments, like a flute or clarinet would be nice. Something like that. That'd be quite cool. And like adding that would make a really good stuff pack. I think people would enjoy that. I think also some sort of like career stuff pack would be quite cool. Not like active careers. Maybe adding either working from home or literally just a regular career where you just go off and do things. That'd be fine. I think maybe like I don't know, just some sort of career like that would be quite cool. I'd love to have more careers in the game. That's what I'd really like. I'm trying to think of other things. I'd love to have another IKEA stuff. Starter home stuff. That's what I'd like. A starter home stuff pack with. I voted for that as my number one option. I think in the vote. I didn't really want eco living. Everyone's voted for eco living because of laundry. I think they should have had laundry in the base game anyway. To be honest, I mean I think they should. I think they should add it in an update, as opposed to just adding it in with the stuff pack. Speaking of that, I did vote for laundry, but I think in hindsight I should have voted something else. I just don't know. I just don't think laundry doesn't fit the eco theme really, to be honest. I don't know, like, I don't know, it just doesn't, I don't know, I think to be honest, I think they should have saved that. I think it's a bit of a shame that everyone voted for eco living just because of laundry, because that's really the only reason it was voted for. I think there are other packs in there that would have been quite good as well, and I think they probably could just thrown in. I think if they didn't mention the laundry bit, it would have been a lot fairer, but I just don't understand why that'd be included in eco living anyway, really. I don't know, I don't know, but a gaming stuff pack, so that'd be really cool, like more, I don't know, that might be kind of difficult though, because like a handheld console would be cool. That'd be really cool to have in like a game, and also being able to have like an additional monitor maybe on your computer, that'd be quite cool, like it snaps onto it on a desk. That'd be cool, just something like that. Maybe like a teenage centered stuff pack, but I don't know if we need that because we have a parent now and we have other kids room stuff, so that's fine. Maybe a no, I don't know. But there are lots of other ideas. I think a lot of those ideas listed in the options were good ideas, and I would definitely go for them. By the way, I'm going to build a look here. I'm so proud of this. I love this idea. I basically made like a clothes rack that's like two levels high, and I just really love it, and it just makes me really happy. I think I'll show my friend about it. And yeah, I'm just very happy. This is like a charity shop. I don't think you really have them in America. You usually have like, no, you do. You have Goodwill sort of. Yeah, like Goodwill stuff and like thrift stores and stuff. Well, the thrift stores aren't charity shops, but anyway, it's a charity shop basically. That's what it's meant for to be. So this is a shop of like clothing people have donated and stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this section of us turned out. But yeah, I'm happy enough with eco living. Sounds pretty cool. I love the art style. So I'm looking forward to it anyway. But anyway, I think this build's coming to an end soon-ish, so I just want to work at Donna for a second. Yeah, please check out ColourfulSims. She's a really good builder. Like, seriously, she's really good. And her LPs, I love those LPs that have drama in them. Just those really dramatic ones. They're just so good, and it's just like, yes. I don't know, I love dramatic LPs. As you know, mine are pretty dramatic. I do a lot of, really dramatic storylines and machinimas. She does machinimas as well, in case you like those, so I recommend. Anyway, so yeah, check that out. If you want to download this off the gallery, it's under the hashtag SwiftlySimmer. It will actually be under her account because she's the one who I made it first, and then she built it on top of my lot, kind of, you know what I mean. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out ColourfulSims. I hate keep saying this, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.